What's good? Welcome back to the channel, guys. In today's video, we're going to be having a two-part video on Legends Showcase. I had back-to-back perfect days in Legends League to start the season, day 2 and day 3 here. You could see, and we had a couple good days on defense as well. We actually got quite a bit of trophies right off the bat, so I'm super happy about that. Hopefully, we can keep that up. But we're going to be showing at least 6 triples on both of these videos a piece and going over some of these different bases that we're seeing and what attack we are using, which is that Root Rider Valkyrie double overgrowth smash attack. Let's get right into the action. All right, on this first replay we're going to go over, we have this box style base. And this one is pretty straightforward, but we do have 2 invisibility spell towers. A little bit different than what we've seen in the past. I mean, all these bases have different variations, but we're going to go basic on this one. Going to attack straight through that Town Hall compartment like we normally do. Have that Barbarian King funnel one side, Siege Barracks funnel the other side, and then get the main army going right down the middle. Once we get that Town Hall down and the explosion's about to go off, we use that Grand Warden ability to protect as many troops as possible. Obviously, we are using the Eternal Tome and the Healing Tome. Healing Tome is definitely the MVP. I did wait to use my initial Overgrowth there because I wanted to kind of partner that with the King ability, and you saw that with that spiky ball. So yeah, I know I'm probably going to have somebody say, well, your King's Gauntlet was wasted. I still like the King's Gauntlet value on majority attacks. Sometimes it gets wasted, sometimes it doesn't. The King's gonna live to the end regardless without the vamp stash. Okay, so we used that first Overgrowth. The spiky ball came down, you saw it hit a couple buildings over here and then trailed up right down the middle and helped with that monolith and a couple other defenses. So we picked up some big value with that spiky ball. That was huge for the attack. So got King's Gauntlet, spiky ball is only 23, frozen arrow, invisibility vial, frozen arrow is only 21, and then the 2 tomes, and then the haste vial and the Hog Rider puppet on the RC. But I definitely think the King's Gauntlet can get value on a lot of attacks. I like the vamp stash. I just don't personally want to use the vamp stash. I prefer to use the King's Gauntlet because it comes in handy very, very often, especially when I get to pull the CC with just my King, and I can use the King's Gauntlet, get the funneling value with the spiky ball, and then the King's Gauntlet's going to take out all 3 ice golems at the exact same time, which saves me a ton of time, and it prevents my army from being stopped, so they stay fully healthy as well. All right, on this second base, we have this box style base as well. This is a little bit different. We do have kind of a centralized Town Hall, and we have the monolith centralized as well. Double invisibility spell tower on this base as well, and then we also have 3 single target infernos. So we're gonna start this attack down here at 6 o'clock and then use that siege barracks at about 7:30, and then use the main army right down the middle. We got a skeleton spell right on that first single target inferno, and that is currently targeting my Barbarian King, which it's gonna end up getting destroyed right before the Barbarian King has to pop the ability, which is perfect. And then we're going to pop the ability as we push through that Town Hall compartment and allow the troops to avoid a little bit of damage there, and then use that Warden ability to protect everything as we're moving out of that Town Hall compartment. You're going to see the first Overgrowth come down on the Eagle Artillery and a couple other defenses up at 12 o'clock. Now we do have the super minions working over here. Going to freeze that section for them, just because I want the super minions to be able to take down that single and a couple of these other defenses as well. I am using 4 super minions out of the CC. I believe it's the best value. It's just my personal opinion. I like them a lot. I've had a lot of situations on attacks where they pick up incredible value. They are little miniature tanks. I mean, you can see there he was taking a ton of damage from that archer tower. Still ends up getting that archer tower down, and we're going to pick up some value over there. I like the Valkyries as kind of a second option, but the problem with like a base like this, the Valkyries would have just went all the way around right here and inevitably just got destroyed after not dealing with this entire compartment, which is what I wanted. The single target Inferno would have still been up. So I would have been dealing with the single right here and a couple other defenses towards the end of this attack instead of not having to deal with that. So that's, I just like the super minions because obviously they're flying, and they can pick up pretty much any value that you need. You use the free spells or even skeleton spells with them to help them out as well. All right, on this third attack, we have the centralized town hall base, double invisibility spell tower compartments. Seeing a lot of different variations of this one, and this is a simple way you can attack this base to make sure you picking up triples. So we're gonna use the siege barracks up here over at the 9 o'clock area of the base, let these troops push in and activate that clan castle. Then we're going to use the Barbarian King and the Queen down here at 6 o'clock to pick up the value down here, and that's going to help out a lot as well. So you can see now we got the triple ice golem pulled. Those troops are going to deal with that, and I also popped the Barbarian King ability, get that spiky ball value. Not going to get incredible value with the King's Gauntlet, but we are still getting the boost from that ability as well, which is going to be awesome. And then now eventually the ice golems are going to end up going down. At that point, we're going to use that overgrowth on that compartment up there with the double ricochet cannon, double scatter shot, everything like that. As we push through this town hall compartment, gonna see the town hall go down. We did save that ward ability as long as we possibly could. And you saw we had a ton of Valkyries in there. And I will say, like I've said before, if you can have Valkyries live to the middle and the middle part of this attack where they're in the center of the base, you're gonna be more than fine on a lot of these bases, because if you get a bunch of Valkyries underneath this ward ability with the healing tome, eternal tome, and then you still have a rage spell to use, they're just gonna absolutely destroy defenses very quickly and make it very hard for defenses to keep up, because the Valkyries are so fast. It's actually incredible. So you're gonna see on that second overgrowth, I chose to leave those ricochet cannons uncovered as we push through the last part of this base. Overgrowth is gonna come untrapped, and then it's gonna pop that invisibility spell tower. But at this point, you can see we still had a rage spell, still had some free spells. We had a lot of troops alive, and that base was crushed. All right, on this next base, we have like this miniature teaser style base. And the reason why I say teaser, we got all 4 heroes over here. We got double multi-archer tower, we got the clan castle, we got monolith, both scatter shots, ricochet cannon, a lot of heavy hitting defenses in one area. So that means normally there's going to be a lot of traps over there in regards to like giant bombs, tornado bombs, any of your seeking air bombs, anything like that. On most style bases like this, they want you to try to go through the town hall and stuff first, especially with like a queen charge and stuff, try to make that work, and that's where it gets very difficult. So we're going to start with a little miniature funnel over here, Barbarian King siege barracks, and then some Valkyries, and we're going to push this main army just right up through these main defenses. See that first overgrowth come down. We're going to trap down that archer tower also, just to make sure we push up into this eagle artillery area of the base. So right here, I was just kind of waiting until we got up to the middle part, and then I was just going to use the warden ability to keep these troops topped off as much as possible with the eternal tome and that healing tome as well. And you're going to see, without having to deal with these main defenses over here, and we hadn't dealt with the CC yet, this base got destroyed very, very quickly. We dealt a lot of damage to a lot of defenses very fast. We're able to save some spells as well. The free spell we just used, but that rage spell is going to come in super, super handy at this last stage of the attack. And we still have quite a bit of our army left. We have a lot of root riders alive. Still have 3 hero abilities. So going into the end of the attack right here with 73% with 3 hero abilities, I mean, that's just a cakewalk, right? So we had the King's Gauntlet, Spiky Ball go off. Spiky Ball is going to pick up some incredible value. And then we used the Archer Queen ability as well. Now, this is where it gets kind of difficult sometimes, because you just really never know how the end of these attacks are going to go. And you can see we do lose a decent amount of troops. I mean, compared to the pack that we had right here. And that's why I say this is a teaser base, because look at all the bombs that went off. Look at everything, all that damage in that one area. We lost quite a bit of troops towards the end there, but it's still, you're able to pick up triples. All right, on this 5th attack, we have this centralized town hall base. Double rage spell tower in the middle here, and a lot of heavy hitting defenses right in the middle. A lot of damage there, especially with those rage spell towers as well. So definitely something that you have to take account for when you're pushing your main army into that town hall compartment. So we're going to start down here with the king and siege barracks at 6 o'clock, pushing up through, and we're going to find that clan castle troop compartment, which is going to be perfect. And then we're going to get the main army pushing right through the middle. I did decide to use the RC over here on the left side of the base because I wanted that main army to push straight into that town hall compartment as fast as possible. So we do find the ice golems. You're going to see this is where I like that King's Gauntlet. We're going to pick up some value on there. And we also get some great value with the spiky ball on that initial part of the attack as well. So with that help of the RC, we were able to get all of our Root Riders and all the Valkyries in that area of the base very quickly. Somehow we were like avoiding the town hall here for a second. I ended up popping that warden ability. I wouldn't say early, but we had the warden ability going because I just anticipated that the town hall was going to go down, but we were dealing with enemy heroes. We had skeleton spells and everything in the middle. So there was a lot of stuff my heroes were attacking that town hall didn't activate right away. Because some of my, I guess, assuming most of the Valkyries went down prior to that. So it just ended up happening. These centralized town hall bases, man, they're going to be a lot of damage in the middle here. It's never going to be perfect. It's never going to look clean. Unfortunately, it just is what it is. There are going to be times where you have a lot of troops left. There's going to be times where you don't have a lot of troops left at all. And it's like, okay, well, what did I do wrong that time? So that's where you just got to live and learn on these style bases. This one isn't one that I've seen it a couple times, but it has those empty compartments right here where it can make your troops split. That's why I chose to use the siege barracks down at 6 and then use that RC over there to help funnel. Because I have had this base give me some issues in the past just because of the empty compartments where your entire army wants to walk on you. So that's where you use the 30 seconds ahead of time. Just do small planning, find a way, and then there's always a way to triple a base. And I really think using this army, there's definitely a way to triple most bases. This army is just very strong. All right, on this 6th and final triple, we're going to show you today out of these perfect attacks. We're going to have this centralized town hall base. This is one that I have not attacked before, so I definitely wanted to show this base. You're going to see that it was a 2-minute 30-second triple. And normally if you're using this army, if you have a 2-minute 30-second triple, it came down to the wire. So I did elect to pop that spiky ball early because I wanted my king to turn back around and be with the main army. So this is going to be one, we don't pick up the greatest value in the world with the King's Gauntlet, but we're still going to get some value there. And I'm happy with that. I'm really just happy with the hero boost because you do get some incredible hero boost off that. That helps out tremendously. So you're going to see the main army actually pushed in perfectly. We do lose some Valkyries though. See them get over here on the hero, which means they're going to be outside the warden ability. We actually lost majority of our Valkyries, so that was super unfortunate. Then we find the tornado trap with the ice golems kind of all at once. When I looked back at this attack, the one lesson I could take is I feel like I should have attacked from the monolith side and dealt with the CC prior to getting into that town hall compartment, but I still had quite a bit of main army right here after dealing with all that, so it's kind of hard to tell, you know. I definitely feel like I could have kept my Valkyries alive if I would attack that way though. So maybe the way to attack this base is just make sure you get a good funnel over here at 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, push that main army directly on that Tesla right here and into that first compartment with that Eagle artillery or monolith, whatever is there, and then we'll just push from there into that town hall compartment. Still use the overgrowth like I did on one side to make sure that your main army pushes directly towards the town hall, but then you are able to deal with that CC ahead of time and not have to worry about that on the back half of the attack. So gonna see us pop the RC ability here with that haste vial and the hog rider puppet. We're gonna push through all these defenses over here on the left side of the base with the help of the spirit fox as well. I think that is literally probably the best combo currently in the game. Spirit Fox on RC, Haste Vial, Hog Rider Puppet. I don't think there's a better combo, to be honest. That's literally just my favorite combo. It helps secure so many triples. It's just unreal. I you guys let me know what your favorite combo out of all the heroes and pets. I don't think I can actually think of a better combo than the Spirit Fox, Haste File, and the Hog Rider Puppet. Alright guys, that's going to do it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed the content. As always, I appreciate you guys stopping in on an everyday basis and supporting the channel. Hopefully this attack is helping you guys. I've been seeing a lot of people use it against my bases. Been seeing a lot of people use it in war against our clan. So I'm glad that people are finally using the attack because it is super strong. And if you want to pick up triples, this is one of the easier attacks to learn at Town Hall 16. The link to the army will be in the description down below. We'll catch you next time.